Hello, hello.
Hey.
Welcome to the StreamYard Spotlight show. I am the co-host, Dana Benz,
And I'm your other co-host, Kelsey Benz.
the other co-host. And we already have so many people in the comments. Thanks you
Hey.
thanks for tuning in. We have from Africa. I saw a chat earlier from Chile. That was very neat. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. Leo, hello.
Hi, Leo.
So for those of you who are new, we do these StreamYard Spotlight shows every Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern to spotlight our users in the StreamYard community. So we like to interview guests who have their own StreamYard shows about interesting topics to give everyone else inspiration on how they can grow their own StreamYard shows and just interesting, neat ways of how to use StreamYard. Oh, hey, Todd, how's it going?
What's up,
Todd?
Todd?
Todd's been watching our show for a while now.
Yes.
And David, from
Hi.
Hawaii, very cool. So, without further ado, our guest tonight is super interesting, super fun. It's going to be a fun show. So he hosts you probably saw it in the description already. He hosts a 90210 Beverly Hills show. And so this is a show where him and the two producers of the original series meet and chat about the making of the series. So how they created it, they have special guests on. So without further ado, let's bring on Pete. Welcome, Peter.
Hey.
What's up,
Ferriero.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. It's interesting to be on. I was saying before we came on, it's interesting to be on this side. I don't have my buttons. I don't have my stuff. You know what I mean? But it's okay. I like it. Yeah.
It's such a different experience.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, actually. It's kind of nice not to have to worry about any of that stuff.
I know. It's a lot of work being the host.
Oh, totally. Yeah, constantly looking at things. Yes.
I know.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't, for the people out there who don't know who you are, Pete, and what you do, can you talk a little bit about the show and how you got involved in it?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I wanted to get into podcasting, and I didn't know what I would ever do a show about. I'm obsessed with Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah.
And I had done like another like binge of 90210, which is like my 10th time. And I was like,
I think we've all done that.
the 10th time I was like, God, I have so many questions. Why did Brandon do this? Why did Kelly say that? And so I started like just Googling to see, does that show exist? And there's certainly interviews with the guys, And so I reached out to Charles Rosin, who was one of the executive producers, and was like, hey, can we just do a podcast, just one-off about, and they did a Rolling Stones episode, and I'm a big Rolling Stones fan, and he's a big Rolling Stones fan. I said, let's just talk about that episode. And that sort of launched it. And then quarantine happened. And so I was like, hey, do you want to do another one and just like a live chat with the fans and whatnot? We used another program that did not work well for us. And it created the need to say, like, if we're going to do these, we really need a great like program that, can let us bring in other guests and have questions. I was like, there's got to be a program like this. And then I saw a buddy of mine on Facebook who was using StreamYard. And it looked so cool. And I was like, oh my God, this is the program. No, this is the program. Right? Yeah.
How fun.
So how has using StreamYard, once you discovered it and moved your platform over there, how has StreamYard helped you sort of grow your brand and your reach with the show that you're doing?
Well, first off, I hate any kind of change. So I was definitely used to the Zoom thing for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
understandable.
Once I started to use StreamYard, we did a chat with Chuck and Larry, and we were kind of like taking guest questions, and we were associated with a group. The girl Lily, who I met, and she runs a 90210 Facebook group, joined us on the show, and she was putting comments in, and questions were all popping in, and I was like, oh my God, this is the level of interaction a fan wants. This is something that they can't get on an audio podcast. So when Chuck and Larry and I finally started talking about doing this regularly, we said it has to be live and we have to use StreamYard. So we just kind of rocked from there, and it's been incredible because, like I said, the interaction of taking live comments, showing video clips, all of that kind of stuff has just like totally blown up what we are able to do on any other platform. So I think that's how it helped us. The level of interaction is very helpful.
And we were talking earlier in the backstage about how you guys use the overlay feature specifically to like give your streams more dynamics. Can you talk a little bit about how you utilize the overlay feature for your show?
Yeah, I've seen all my peeps saying hello.
I know they're all popping up in the house.
And Larry was here. Everyone's here.
We're using it in a fun way where, for example, there's this great storyline with Professor Finley, for those of the 90210 diehards that are out there. And yesterday we had him on and we were able to like pop some clips of a scene that Finley was in, or we had Brian Austin Green on, and we did a fun game with him because Brian is known for not sort of remembering some of the things that happened 25 years ago. So we went and popped up pictures of random people that he was in scenes with to see if he knew who they were, and he knew every single one of them, which was really fun.
So it was like a pop quiz.
It was a little bit like a pop quiz. Yeah. He had no idea we were going to do that. So we're able to use the pictures in whatnot in describing something that happened or recollecting something or a scene or something like that. It's just so helpful to have that feature.
Sounds like it gives context to the conversation.
It absolutely does. Yeah. And especially for some of them that don't remember necessarily that particular scene. And we do send them the episodes prior to, they do a little homework and whatnot. But it's always like, oh yeah, I do remember that,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I love that about the viewer aspect. Like you mentioned, on a podcast, you don't get that. Like podcasts are great, and it's awesome when you're doing something else, so you can just listen to the podcast, but you don't have that call-in aspect or that live chat aspect. So it just brings a podcast to life when you turn it into a live stream. And you can also, like when you turn your podcast into a live stream, you can now talk and interact with your viewers, but they also could see you. So they get to know you. They get to know the producers. Like no one knows the producers of a show unless they get to interact with them and see them on this like TV like live stream. And I think that's so neat. It's neat for them too, the producers of the show.
It's neat for everybody. It's a great experience for everybody, because this is probably the next level of podcasting. Yes, podcasting is wonderful. We still pop our podcast up on Spotify and all those places where you can get podcasts. So if you're driving and you want to listen to something, you can. But this is probably the future of how people will be trying to see their podcasts. It's so much better to see Brian Austin Green than just to hear his experience, but to see him.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, especially with a show like yours where you're talking about a show that was on the air 25 years ago. Like it's so cool, I think, to get the visual of, the clips from back then, and then also to be able to see the cast members now and to see the difference and how they've aged. And I just think that gives so much richness and depth to the show.
Also, what's cool is it gets, because of the live comments and whatnot, it gives fans an opportunity to interact with the celebrities in a way that they've never been able to do before,
And that's so special. That's so special for the fans, and then it helps your show grow because now you get more viewers and they share it with who they used to watch the show with way back then.
Yeah,
I think that's so fun. Oh, we have a fan in the audience, Courtney.
Oh, I saw that. Way to go. Thank you, Courtney. She's so sweet. Thank you so much. We messaged me on Instagram yesterday. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, how fun.
But Lily's a huge fan too, and she's been representing the fans on the show. And when we had Brian Austin Green on the show, she was able to fangirl out and tell Brian how much she loves him and she dreams about him.
Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. It's so special.
Yeah,
it is.
So do you invite audience members live into your StreamYard show?
So that's another great way that we've been able to do some interaction. I was going to mention, we do some contests. If we can get some more subscribers, come on in and you'll get a chance to ask some questions, on YouTube or whatnot,
I love that.
We're constantly doing some contests like that. Just last night, somebody came in and was able to talk and ask a question about Brenda that they wanted to know for 25 years. So
oh my gosh.
We didn't actually resolve that answer, I don't think, but
but they got the chance to ask it, and that's incredible.
Yeah, totally.
Long
So
time coming.
we do that. We do a lot of that. I mean, we've got some awesome guests coming next month. We've got Jason Priestley popping in, and Gabrielle Carteris is coming in. So we'll definitely try to do some contests when those people pop in, so that there's a lot at stake. There's Jason Priestley at stake here.
Uh-oh, watch out. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So we haven't done this before, I don't think. We've shown clips of some people's shows on the StreamYard Spotlight show, but I really want to show your intro video to the 90210, the Beverly Hills 90210, your show.
Yeah.
So I want to show everyone that this is your intro clip that you open up the show with, right?
Correct. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So kind of like we have our little countdown timer, and then
I love
it says
it, yeah.
StreamYard Spotlight. This is your intro video. So
Yes.
we'll play it for everyone real quick for inspiration.
Yeah.
Hey there, Beverly Hills 90210 fans. It's now time to dive deep into an episode-by-episode, character-by-character, song-by-song account of the making of your favorite zip code. With your host, Charles
I
Rosin,
sit in a chair. It's one of Sandy's antiques. The whole thing breaks.
Larry Mollin,
He's not, shouldn't be even in the show. I hope they're going to kill him, and they did.
Pete
Picking
Ferriero,
up my TV crush is Claire Arnold. So I mean, she has to come on the show at this point.
and representing the fans, Lily Amarin.
Ryan, I love you. I have dreamt about you.
What?
Along with many special guests and your questions. So sit back and relax because it's like totally time for the Beverly Hills 90210 show.
Yeah.
I think that's so
Okay,
great.
that is epic. That is so good. It really
Is it
I'm
not?
like ready to watch the show now. I'm
Oh,
like,
it's
I
so
okay,
know.
where's my popcorn?
Right? Yeah. Let's do one. I thought for a minute I was like, wait, whoa, is this the day?
Come on.
Yeah, that's like what you always watch. So you're like ready to do the show.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's so cool. So it's very
Yeah.
well produced. Like it looks like the introduction to an actual TV show,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
series. So can we ask you how you made it, or who made it
Sure.
for
No,
you?
I made it. I do a lot
cool.
of video production, and I'm directing and all that kind of stuff. I got my hands on a little bit of
Cool.
everything, but
Nice.
yeah, so I edited together. I was like, I need something new. We started off with like just some very basic intro stuff, and then I was like, wait, I could totally bring us to Beverly Hills 90210. I mean, I live.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
By the way, I live 2 minutes away from the the Walsh House in
No.
Altadena. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh,
That's
wow.
cool.
So, I mean, that one day I'll
Wow.
probably add all that to my intro. But anyway,
Yeah.
I was like, I need to see, I want people to know what this show is. Like, who is Charles? In case you just are,
Right.
flipping through and you're on Facebook and you're like, hey, what is that? So, yeah, I
Yeah.
printed it and put it together. And, I went through all of the various ways that we had to upload it, but it did work. And it was great.
Yeah.
When the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, that's
It's
awesome.
so cool.
And that
Yeah, it is so
voiceover you have
awesome.
on there too is really great.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, Jillian
Yeah.
is great. She's done all of our voiceover stuff.
It's so good.
Good friend,
No,
yeah.
it's
and
so,
she's
it's so good. Like it's so professional, and it's not you speaking over your own show.
Right.
Like Pete's coming on, and you're Pete. That's what I would do. Online.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's so many fans of this thing, that I was like, let's
Yeah.
incorporate and get them involved in some way possible. So,
Yeah.
that's just another thing. It's just
Yeah,
the
I love
intro.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Lily, you have so many fans in the
Yes.
audience.
yeah.
This is so fun.
Very cool.
Yeah, we have so many StreamYard people. I did want to touch on, so we've been getting a lot of comments about our brand new overlay. So we just wanted to give
Yeah.
a shout out to Todd. He made this for us. Todd is one of our community members in StreamYard. He uses StreamYard all the time. He's going to be a guest on the show in a couple shows. But he put this together for us and customized it for our guest, Pete.
Yeah.
And so if you want to reach out to him, I don't know if he can just fill in the holes to make you one, but I know some people are like, how can I make something like this? But it's just a transparent image overlay. And then he added all the fancy stuff, all the logo and branding.
And for everyone watching, his name is Todd Cartner.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah.
Thanks. He's in
Thanks,
the comments.
Todd.
I saw him. I
Yeah,
saw
he
him in the
was.
beginning of the show.
Nice
Yeah, I
work.
did too.
Really nice stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah,
shout out.
Not bad. Yeah. Anyway.
Good work, Todd.
So there's so many. I love it. People
This
are
is-
such fans.
Ryan Thomas Brown is months from Beverly Hills 90210. He was on the show as an actor. He was,
Oh, how cool! Thanks for tuning in.
What's up?
This is so fun. Oh,
That's great.
Oh, shout out to Todd. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. Okay, we've got to get back on topic.
Yes.
So how else have you used StreamYard to like grow your viewership? Like you've grown to so many viewers now. Like you have so many followers. You
Yeah.
have so many people who tune into the live episodes. How else has StreamYard helped with that?
Well, I think it's actually going to help with some advertising down the line too. I know that we're all looking for that when we do these things, you know.
Right.
And I do think that because it's live and because you have the Ryan Thomas Brown is good stuff, Todd. Sorry. But because there's this level of interaction, an advertiser would have an awesome opportunity, right, to come on here, have live comments and people watching the show, to have us plug, whatever it is on the show.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect sort of tie-in. Plus,
Yeah.
with the overlay feature, you're able to pop in a video or stop the show and take a minute from the show to like take a break and run the ad and whatnot. So I
Yeah.
think in terms of advertising, that's one of the things I'm trying to tackle next for us. I think there'll be some opportunities there to grow it, maybe from a financial standpoint as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that, and it's so true that I think advertising in live content is such an up and coming type of industry, if you want to call it that, or section of the advertising market, because in uploadable videos like on YouTube, there's ads in the beginning or ads throughout, and then people just like skip through them, when you're on YouTube. But when you're live watching and then the host of the show is like, well, we're sponsored today by whatever, StreamYard.com.
Right.
If you want to make an awesome show like this one, just sign up here. And that makes it so much more like engaging, I think, or so much more of an effective advertising method.
Right. And what else is interesting too, it's like on a podcast, you hear it, right? You hear your ad. But on a video, you're seeing a visual ad that goes along with it. So you can see what the host said. You can see the reaction. And, we have a lot of guests. So if there's a special guest that's with us and they hear us plugging StreamYard, I'll roll with that sponsorship for now.
Thanks, Pete.
Like there you go, right? I mean, that's an awesome way to keep like promoting and getting things going. So so I think that's another level of interaction that we'll be able to do as well, is some of the sponsorship stuff.
Yeah. So Larry says,
Larry wants to know.
Okay.
What is the t-shirt on Pete?
This is from the Beverly Hills 90210 showshop.com.
Showshop.com.
Yeah, I
was always taught that if it looks like a duck and walks like a duck, ...
Yeah, this is a thing that Brenda said to Kelly. So we have a whole bunch of these quotables at our t-shirt store. Yeah, we have like
That is
a
so
Ray
fun.
Pruitt one. We have a Roy Randolph one. It's funny, Larry created a lot of these characters like Roy Randolph and whatnot. And so every once in a while I'll be like, when you created Roy Randolph, did you think there would be a Roy Randolph t-shirt?
25 years later?
Exactly.
Oh, how cute.
That's so
Oh,
cool.
how cute. I know, so many fans. So before we wrap up, I want to just ask, like, where can people find the Beverly Hills 90210 show? Where can they watch it if they want to be a part of it?
Yes. So it's actually very simple. It's BeverlyHills90210show.com. And that gets you right to the YouTube page. So whenever we're doing a live stream, the live stream just pops up right on YouTube. We have a Facebook page too. It's Beverly Hills 90210 show. And those two seem to be the places that we're just kind of rolling with the live. We don't do any of the other ones yet.
Okay, so you're multi-streaming to the Facebook page you have and the YouTube channel
YouTube page. Yeah, and then like I do my personal pages and all that kind of stuff. And we actually just recently started streaming directly into one of Lily's groups, and that's been very helpful too, because it exposes us to the entire group.
Cool. Fun. So Lily has a fan club?
Yeah, a group on Facebook.
Oh, cool. That's a great idea. Yeah, so then you get access to all and that's such a targeted audience.
Yes, I was made an
Yeah.
admin, which was so thankful, Lily. Thank you again, everyone who made me to make that happen. Yes,
Nice.
and streaming right into the group has definitely it just notifies everybody, all the time about what's happening and when we're doing it and when we're going live and whatnot. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I love that. Oh, wow. And so Lily put the link in the comments. So she put the Facebook
very
and
awesome.
the
Thank you.
and
Yeah,
the-
I'm
and
not
the-
watching them because I when I have to watch them for the show, the live comments. So I put the private chat on so I didn't have to.
Yeah. Yeah, that's smart. Well, it's so much. Yeah, it's like they're just coming in like this. Yeah.
I know they are.
It's intense. Yeah.
Oh, how fun. Well, thank you so much, Pete, for being on the show. It was so nice to meet you and get to know how you're using StreamYard in such a fun way.
By the way, I'm a fan of you both, and I love your show, this show. So,
Thank
yeah.
you.
I love
Well, we're
seeing all
so
the new
honored.
people.
Yeah, we're so honored that you agreed
I'm
to
honored
be a
to be
guest.
here. Yeah.
Aw, thank you. Well, thanks for sharing all the insights and for letting us share your intro video. So for those of you who just started tuning in, back the video up a little bit because we shared Pete's intro video to the 90210 show, and that's really cool.
Super cool.
Cool. Well,
Thank
thank
you
you
so
again,
much.
Pete, for being on the
Thanks,
show.
Pete.
Thank you
Bye.
so much, guys. All right. Appreciate it.
Bye. Oh, so fun.
I
That was so
know.
fun. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. That about wraps up our show for today. Tune in to next week. We'll be live again Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern. We will see you then.
Bye.